Hello everyone, thanks for stopping back again today. One of the things I've been working on out here in the rig is making it more accessible for my parents. They're getting up there in age, and unfortunately it's harder for them to get in and out of the rig and move around. So I've been trying to find ways for them to make it a little more easier for them to get in and out and move around. One of the things I did want to do was add one of these handrails on the exterior here. I had one on the bounder, and we all used it actually, not just my parents. I mean, even my daughter used it. It just makes it so much easier to get in and out. And I bought this, and it was just a no-brainer. So this is the Lend a Hand folding assist rail. Got it off Amazon. Probably find those at Camping World and places like that as well. Alright, so I thought this would be a pretty easy install, but it turned out to be a little bit more of a chore than I thought. And the reason being is, so they give you 3 holes here on both the top and the bottom. And I knew that against this door frame is the frame, and I know it's metal in there because I've drilled into it before, because I actually put a handrail on the inside. So I know it's an aluminum frame in there. So I figured, okay, I'll just pre-drill going to that aluminum frame. And they give you 6 of these screws. These are aluminum screws. Probably they're coated with something. I don't know if it's galvanized but they're not steel. Anyway, but I pre-drilled 2 up here, 2 down here, and there's a 3rd hole that they say you need to use a plate for, but I thought I would just drill a pilot hole anyway and just see what's back there. Turns out, for at least for my installation, this 3rd hole here just goes into installation and this fiberglass. So there really was nothing for me to tie into. So I ended up drilling some holes here. I just filled with silicone just to seal those back up before I got this tied in. So that was one of the gotchas. The other gotcha was the pilot hole for this. I have my DeWalt set out here. This is the Cobalt. I think these are Cobalt bit. But no problems drilling into aluminum or steel for that fact. But I didn't have a size that worked well with this. It was either too small or too big. So, yes, I pre-drilled with, I believe I needed 3/16 in my installation for these screws, which was very small. So what I did was I bumped up to this 1/4, and it was too big. This went right in. So then I had to, I filled those holes in. Yes, I did. I siliconed those up and went back to that, I went back to the 5/16. Or, sorry, 3/16. So at least for me, I had 3/16 here, which was too small for this. I could not screw this in. If I started to put any effort on this, on the Phillips head here, it started to strip the bit. So what I had to do was I screwed this in until I couldn't screw it anymore. Then I grabbed a set of vice grips, put a vice grips around this, and screwed this into that aluminum frame until I was in all the way. Then I worked it in and out a couple times until I had enough, I could use my screwdriver to get this in, if that makes sense. So these are in there good. I've got 2 in the top here in the frame, tight as can be. Same thing down here, it's screwed into the frame. But having a Phillips head on there made this very challenging, going into that aluminum frame. If this was something I could get a ratchet on and use a ratchet head in there with an extender, it would have made this a lot easier, because then I wouldn't have to worry about expanding out that drilled hole to something that would fit this. Anyway, that's what I tackled on my project. Yours may be different, but yeah, something to consider when you're trying to do this installation and you have an aluminum frame you're trying to go into. But I love it, works great. You know, they're very popular, and it's it's on there, not going anywhere. That was a good install. Lend a hand, folding assist rail, highly recommended. Any questions, comment below. Until next time, happy camping, everybody.